Meeting your season goal comes with higher rewards, but also higher risk. It's week 1 of the 2020 season, and we'll get to see a battle for conference superiority. Buckle up. There's football coming your way under the lights on Monday night.
Now from the home of the 49ers, Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara, this is EA Sports coverage of the National Football League. It's the start of a new season in the NFL. Welcome to our first Sunday of 2024 with football. Mike Tirico, my partner this year, Greg Olson. Greg, so excited to be with you and so excited about Week 1. You build it up, you talk about it for 6 months, but when it arrives, man, it feels so good.
And it's really the only week of the entire season, Mike, where all 32 teams are all dreaming the same thing. Playoff, Super Bowl hopes. This was the best offseason any of them have ever had. And on top of that, it's the excitement and the hope in these stadiums. Every fan base in the NFL thinks that this is their year, and Week 1's getting off to a hot start, and I know both you and I are looking forward to being along for the ride.
This will be returned from the 6, and he'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. Here come the 49ers, and they are led by Brock Purdy. You know the story, taken last in the 2022 draft. The last 2 seasons, he has led the Niners deep in the playoffs, and it's his 3rd season, Greg, as the QB for San Francisco.
There's just something special about Week 1, isn't it, Mike? I mean, after months of anticipation, speculation, it finally hits you. The season has arrived. This is the first time where we're going to get to see a lot of the debuts of players on new teams, new coaches, rookies taking the field for the very first time in a meaningful game. The preseason is one thing, but it's an entirely different level of excitement once opening weekend rolls around. I don't know about you, but I'm excited to see what's in store for us that these games finally now matter.
And that'll go for a gain of 7, and it's going to set up 3rd down.
There's no more efficient play in the NFL, Mike, than the play-action passing game, and you can see here why. You make the defense have to honor both the run and the pass, and he's able to pick up a nice gain to his tight end.
Under pressure, down he goes, they got him.
Outside of a turnover, this was probably the worst-case scenario. Immediate pressure in his face with nowhere to go with the ball downfield. Just get the ball out of your hand. Live to play another down. Instead, he retreats backwards and leads to a massive loss.
So, on 4th down, the Aussie, Mitch Wishnowsky, out to punt. He'll take this in back at the 16. And this will not turn out to be a good return. Forced backwards, and they get him out of bounds. So the visitors ready to go on offense here for the first time. And taking the snaps, a quarterback now in his 3rd year in the league.
Mike, as I think back to opening day over my years of playing in the NFL, it didn't matter if I was a rookie or going into my 14th season, I think every player goes into that game with just a little bit of extra nerves, thinking, all right, new season, new opportunity. Can I still do this at a high level? And, man, you get through that first game, and it feels like you can finally take a deep breath and let the season unfold. It's going to be a lot of nerves in this one here today, but the team that settles down the fastest and just gets the...
He works free, right side, inside the 10, and he will dive into the end zone. 99 yards. It's a touchdown. Wow, one of those breathtaking plays, taking it the distance, going coast to coast. A long run pays off with a touchdown.
And Mike, what looks like a simple handoff, just trying to pick up some yards and get themselves out of the shadow of their own goalpost. He got through the initial wave, and he is gone. He takes it the length of the field for 6.
The extra point is good. And the visitors have their first lead of the new year. They're up 7-0 here in the season opener. $7-0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. Now return coming from the 7. And he is stopped at 25. The drive will begin there. The 49ers offense going to take over now for the second time. They were forced to punt the first time through. It led to a touchdown, so down 7-0 as they get the ball back for 1st and 10. He's going to force his way for a yard or 2, but looks like this one's going to be coming back. Throwing from the gun is Purdy. Now he'll run it. And he'll get this forward for positive yardage as he covers up in the end.
Well, give him some credit. Initially, that looked like it was going to be a sack. He's able to escape the pressure and get away, picks up a little bit of yardage, but at least he avoids taking that shot.
Look at him move away from a tackler as he winds up gaining 7 yards. Nice run there. 3rd and 9. Out of the gun, here's Purdy. And this drive is over before it can start. He's swallowed up to force 4th down.
A big loss on the play. Brings up 4th down.
Here's Mitch Wishnowski now as he's standing right around his own goal line. This one fielded out beyond the 25. And it'll be a good return. He's able to get it up past the 40-yard line. So quarter 1 in the books. The opening Monday nighter of this new season. 7-0 is our score. And we're back in the Bay Area after this. Drive will start on the ground. He's beyond midfield to the 45. And he's going to take this all the way home for the score. What a start to the year. His 2nd touchdown in this opening half. Good-looking rushing touchdown there. Offensive line does its job. That back taking off to the end zone for the touchdown.
Mike, you're exactly right. He might get credit in the box score for that long rushing touchdown, but it was the big guys up front who were able to make that play possible.
No problem there on the extra point, and the visitors move out on top 14-0. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. To return is Ricky Pearsall. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. Here's the San Francisco offense, ready to take possession of the ball once more. They're staring at a 2-touchdown deficit, 14-0. The score as the offense tries to regroup and get going with 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Purdy. Gets this one into the hands of Juwan Jennings. The Niners will use the first of their timeouts, and they'll have a chance to talk things over after picking up that first down. A first down there, gain of 14 yards. So from the 39, they come up on 1st and 10. So Kittle comes in motion. He runs with it.
Well, let's give credit here to the coverage unit, Mike. There was nowhere to go with the ball for that quarterback. He had no choice but to just tuck it down himself, and he's able only to...
Oh, a loose football. The defense has got it. And there it is. The defense comes up with the big play, forcing the fumble as they get their offense right back on the field. Coming up, Greg, with a big turnover.
Taking the ball away, Mike, has really become an art form in the NFL. Some teams are good at it, some teams not so much. But in this case, great job by the defense taking that one away.
The visitors' offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. They start with the lead and the football. They do so with tremendous field position. It's 1st and 10. Up the middle they go. And they'll finally run him down, but not before he takes it inside the 15.
I half expected to see all 11 defenders piled up on top of him at the end of this run to make sure he was finally down, because a couple times on that run, it looked like he was cooked, only to shake off those tackles and keep on cooking.
They can still get a first down at the 1. 1st and 10, they go from the 11. And he will score again. Touchdown. What a start to the season. It's a 3-touchdown week number 1. So his big first half continues. 3 rushing touchdowns already. Maybe have to start looking at the record book, see if he can do it. The record in a game is 6. Point after try forthcoming. It's up and through. And the visitors will stake themselves to a 21-0 lead.
49ers nothing.
Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Niners offense going to take over here in the last minute of this first half. They'll try to get this a bit more respectable before the break. It has not been their half to this point. Let's see what they do on this drive. First down now. Purdy works out of the pistol. He fumbled the football. And no turnover here. One of the guards able to get the football and get on it to keep possession.
Well, fortunately for this quarterback, Mike, thanks to the alert play by one of his teammates, they're going to prevent this from being a turnover. It's just so hard as the quarterback. You're trying to keep your eyes downfield. You're trying to keep the plays alive. You have to feel the rush. You have to understand when that clock's going off. That ball either needs to come out or it certainly needs to be protected.
All right, Mike, thanks very much. More from you and a big tight end momentarily. But first, let's give everyone a look at what's going on around the NFL. We'll get started over at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in downtown Atlanta, where you see the final score there. Najee Harris, a touchdown run in the victory. From there, we head all the way out west to see what's happening with the LA Chargers. And things didn't go so well, as it was the visiting Raiders who come in and grab the victory. Gardner Minshew, a touchdown pass in the victory. Finally, let's get right to the center of the U.S. map and check in on the Chiefs at home in Kansas City. And they couldn't get the job done as they fall to the visiting Baltimore Ravens. Lamar Jackson with 3 touchdown passes in the Week 1 victory. This was an extremely one-sided first half. One team showed up, ready to go. The other's been in a daze thus far, but there's still plenty of time left for this one to tighten up significantly. Both these teams running through their final adjustments. It's time for the second half. And for the call, let's get it back out to Mike Tirico and Greg Olsen.
All right, Coach, second half, drawing near. Glad to have you back with us here on EA Sports. This one taken at the 7. Now an opening past the 30. And they will finally track him down, but not before he takes this to the other side of midfield. The visitors' offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. And as we go through the highlights, no shortage of touchdowns today. 3 trips to the end zone in this one. The combination, the power, the speed, everything on display, and the defense has seen it all. 1st and 10. Here's a run to begin this third quarter. Big opening up the middle. And he's into the end zone yet again for the touchdown. What a night he's having. That's 4 touchdowns in this game alone. Big play out of the running game as the back accelerates all the way to the house for the rushing touchdown.
And Mike, when we talk about burst, that's what we're talking about. And they told us all week, be ready for this guy. He's got something special to him, and that long touchdown there is exactly what they're talking about.
He is good. Makes the score. Visitors 28, 49ers nothing.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Now return coming from the 7. A good return as he takes it across the 30. The Niners offense ready to come back out for this next possession. Greg, simply put, they've been off their game right from the jump.
Yeah, sometimes it's just the way the game goes, and you can't really put your finger on it, but you feel good coming out of the week of practice. You feel really good about your game plan, and then once the ball's kicked off, nothing seems to work, and it's very frustrating because you can look great one week, and then the next week be completely taken out of your game.
That's caught. Christian McCaffrey.
Great example of first down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly second down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
So Kittle comes in motion. That's caught by McCaffrey. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45.
And up until this point, we haven't seen a lot go their way, but here in the third quarter, they're starting to find some plays. They're starting to get some opportunities. Just got to ask yourself if it's too little, too late.
He'll throw it left and has his running back.
Receiver just finds himself in a really nice groove, and there's these weird times in the game, Mike, where it just seems like every ball comes your way, every play they call, you're wide open, and you just find yourself in one of those grooves that athletes talk about. So they got to continue to ride the hot hand, because right now on that field, no mistaking who it is.
And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up third down.
Brings up 3rd and 7.
Back to the air again is Purdy. And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long.
If they win this game, this pass rush is going to be a big reason why. The 5 sacks speak for itself, but their ability to disrupt the timing of this offense, that can't be overstated.
And we will not have a return here. This one angled out of bounds.
At their own 22-yard line.
So 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 22. They'll begin here on the ground. A big hole. Inside the 30. A big run. They finally get to him and bring him down. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. Back with more Monday Night Football after this. Right back to him on 1st down. And a nice run. It's down to the 5-yard line.
And all you can do at this point, Mike, is just really marvel at how well he's been able to run the ball. And the course of the game, they've certainly not been shy in giving it to him, and I think he's held up his side of the bargain.
And he cannot be stopped. He's into the end zone again. Has a touchdown. He is having a performance to remember. That is 5 touchdowns for him in this one game. So it's a high five for that one. His 5th rushing touchdown of the game. He draws ever near to the NFL record of 6. The extra point, up and good. And the visitors stretch out this lead even more. It is now 35-0. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Pearsall going to return it. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The Niners offense ready to take over once again. They'll do so with 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Purdy. The ball's out. It is picked up by the defense. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Now a give up the middle. Tough to bring down, and somehow he manages to get 4 yards out of that. Here's a 2nd and 6. They'll stick with him again. And they cannot contain him at all. He's into the end zone yet again for the score. With that, he joins Gale Sayers and Alvin Kamara. players in the Super Bowl era with 6 touchdowns in a single game. Extra point attempt still to come. He's got it. And the visitors keep widening that lead. It is now 42-0.
49ers nothing.
The kickoff team is out on the field. And we're back to it as the kick's away. Pearsall going to return it. And he'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. The Niners offense getting things in order as they trot out for this next possession. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. Now Dobbs. Oh, he's hit behind the line, and the ball is out. The defense has it. The visitors' offense about ready to take over once more. And thus far, Greg, this has been a master class on how to run the football.
And this falls into the category, Mike, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They found early success in this game and never really had the need to go away from it. I think barring some sort of defensive adjustment that they can slow down this rushing attack, I think if I'm this offensive play caller, just continue to do what works, because right now the defense has no answers.
They'll come out going here to start the drive. And he is finally going to be tracked down. It is a huge loss.
So you decide to put the ball in the air deep in your own end zone. That's fine. But the internal clock of the quarterback, it's got to speed up even a little bit more. You cannot hold the ball in this part of the field. And tell you what, he takes the sack, but he's lucky it wasn't a safety. And what's that one thing you hear from coaches all the time, Mike, right? Finish strong, and he's doing just that. His numbers here in this one, they have been terrific. But he's going to give you a full 4 quarters, and I think at this point in the game, he knows there's even more yards to be had.
Still on the move. Inside the 10. And they are going to add 6 more here at the end. Stay tuned for the coach's handshake. It might not be the friendliest. That late touchdown extends the margin of victory here on the game's final play. So it's another touchdown run, and this one puts his name in the NFL record book. He has set the new standard, most rushing touchdowns in a single game. So it's a win for our visitors. They move to 1-0, getting the victory to begin the new campaign. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say good night from Silicon Valley.